In a world where something spooky happens, we talk about it.
We are the Crystal Men.
Hello, I'm Tom.
And I'm Jim.
And we're talking about episode 41. I don't know the title of
Horror Club.
Horror Club. What was this episode? So it aired...
in February.
In February. Clearly supposed to be a Halloween episode.
I appreciate the sort of out-of-season Halloween because, you know, sometimes you feel a little spooky.
Yeah.
And you want to do a little spooky month.
You know, once again, though, we get a very main gem-centric episode followed by just a townie episode. You know what? Like, this one had some good character development.
I liked this one.
I
really enjoyed like the minute to minute of the episode, but we have to talk about like there is a sort of point score being made of like how bad is Lars versus how much bad happens to him. And I think that there's more bad things that happen to Lars than he deserves.
I don't know. He's just a piece of shit.
He's kind of an asshole teenager.
Yeah, but is it just
Rinaldo tried to fucking kill him.
We'll
that
get
is
there.
like I remember like feeling so strongly about this episode. So this is really random, but you know when like you are like younger and like before everything was so readily available, sometimes you would just like miss an episode and not like catch it. For some reason, this is one that
that you missed?
I missed for a bit. And then I remember when I was doing like a full season 1 rewatch, I was like, oh, I never saw this one. And like, it's a very like totally skippable, like, I mean, from like a lore
you absolutely
standpoint.
do not need to watch this episode.
But oh boy.
Yeah, so
my boy Lars gets shit on so much.
I mean, yes, in the grand scheme of things, does he deserve to die for it? No. But
the evils that people have done to Lars are not proportional to the evil, the meanness that he's portrayed.
That is true. It is very much they beat him down.
Like Lars takes more punishment than White Diamond does.
Actually, though,
and it's not even close.
So episode starts getting a little like film noir. Closing the donut shop at night.
It's cold. It's a little chilly.
Raining.
I don't think it's raining, but there's a little.
It's raining.
Sadie puts a jacket on and blows some smoke out, not vape, but actual condensation.
So we're getting that it's cold season for Beach City. So it's been okay. So
at least a month.
So we've seen cold season before, right? Like at the beginning of the series, or am I misremembering? Because obviously we get the summer during Lapis Lazuli.
Yeah.
So it's been at least a couple months since then.
I think you can say that. I think that we're maybe looking too deep into things.
No, I need to know exactly what the timeline placement is.
I mean, sometimes it can be really cold during the summer.
I don't know. Well, regardless.
Maybe not as cold as it is
maybe
here.
not breath forming. But anyway, Steven invites Lars to go to a nice little scary movie club, which also is hilarious because Steven, of course, would be a wimp for anything scary movie-wise. And Lars, typical Lars faction, is just like, well, who's going? Because I'm only going to go with the popular people here because I can't ever have a good time because I'm a miserable asshole.
And
I'm going to be really anti-Lars this episode.
Just to balance it out.
Just to balance it out, yes.
So Lars, to his point, he does have some pretty cool gauges in.
They are pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie.
Glow-in-the-dark skeleton faces. Skulls, we call them. I think this is really cute, and also kind of makes me think that it's supposed to be around like Halloween, because like it'd be kind of weird to just pop in some like pretty like obviously spooky.
Yeah, I'm guessing
gauges in.
Like in Beach City, it's late October, which would make sense, like temperature wise too. Definitely would get colder.
Yeah.
But anyway, Lars wasn't gonna go until Sadie was saying that she's going.
Oh, I'm going. I'm going to see. It's like Lois' voice.
Peter, I'm going to the horror club.
Steven, I'm going to the horror club.
So this is one thing that just pisses me off about Lars, is that
he's FOMO.
Well, I don't think. Absolutely, yes, he's FOMO, but I don't think he actually cares about Sadie, and I don't think he's like really even attracted to her. I think he just likes having somebody pine after him and knowing that she has a crush on him. Like, he likes that, and we'll see that later in this episode. It's like
he wants attention. Yeah,
he wants the attention, but not any of the romantic interest. I mean, maybe it develops over time later, but that's just kind of,
I kind of agree. The only time we saw them like physically intimate was when they were literally the only two
stranded on this island for
adults, quote unquote adults, like Steven's
weeks and weeks.
Yeah. Months to years.
Who knows?
Years even. So yeah, I don't know. Like I kind of think you're right. He really is just like a attention seeking,
which is
like,
why he gets so jealous
immediately.
Ronaldo, like connecting with Sadie in any regard, because it's like, oh no, hey, she's supposed to like me. Like,
yeah,
it's that classic like popular girl, like, likes that the nerd likes her kind of thing, but like will never let him be in a relationship.
Yeah. He definitely has a complex about it, which you could say is a negative character trait, but I would say it's very humanizing.
Wow. Well, how dare you show grace? So anyway, they get to the lighthouse, which I also just love to remember is just directly above Steven's house.
Yeah.
Like,
if you just were to go down like 100 feet, Pearl is just like, I don't know.
Just dancing with a gem fragment. So anyway, they get there.
Quote unquote dancing with a gem fragment.
Well. Garnet, don't come in.
I already saw it with my future vision.
I saw every possibility of you. Garnet, no.
I saw every hole. All right, that's enough. That's enough.
So they get to the lighthouse. Ronaldo answers, wearing a nice little weird mix of Monster and Phantom of the Opera.
Yes, he is wearing he drops the Phantom of the Opera mask pretty early.
Once he notices that Lars is there, and Lars is just, kind of being a bully to him in that moment, just being like,
Reminder, I just want to remind everybody, Ronaldo like tried to kill Steven at least twice that we've seen.
So yeah, let me clarify. I'm not trying to defend Ronaldo at all here. Like, he sucks just as much, if not more.
How many times has Lars tried to kill Steven? I think a big zero on the board.
A big zero. Yeah,
I think it's a big zero on the board. Where like there was the watermelon episode where he wanted to kill the watermelon, and then he kind of was threatening Steven, which made the watermelons attack him.
Yeah, but he wasn't threatening to kill Steven that episode, was he?
I mean, he had a knife out. Okay, it wasn't a knife. I think it was like a beater. But
still,
I will say, okay, I'll give you at least the one time he did want to like dissect. Oh my god, dissect Steven when he thought he was a snake person. So
Ronaldo, you mean?
Ronaldo did.
Oh,
yeah. Ronaldo thought he was a snake person and was gonna just dissect Steven, and didn't care when somebody was like, "Hey, that's Steven." He's like, "Oh, but like Frybo was like, or no, not Frybo. What's his name? Petey." Petey, my least favorite character, I don't think speaks any. I don't think he has any more speaking
any more lines from him.
He is like, brother, you can't kill it, Steven. He's like, no, I have to. But I have to for the viral Twitter meme.
Ronaldo sucks, and so being in that horror club would just be the worst possible evening for me. That is, I just would be so miserable.
With Lars and
Ronaldo
and Sadie. Sadie's actually totally fine in this episode.
Sadie's fine.
Out of character. Out of character, very fine in this episode.
But anyway, they go in and, Lars is just being his negative Nancy self.
Being an asshole, yeah.
And I think that's just what pisses me off. It's because, you know what it is? It's the other aspects are so fantastical. Like Ronaldo being like, ooh, you're like a dissecting a snake person, or I'm bringing an egg beater to a sentient watermelon. But Lars is just an asshole that everybody knows. Everybody has been around that kind of person who just can only interact with people by bringing other people down or being negative, or has nothing positive to say about anything.
That's fair. I'll grant you this.
And I think that's what resonates with me so much and why I just don't like him. It's just like, oh my God. Like, why are you here if all you're going to do is complain and just never have a good time? It doesn't make you cool. It doesn't make you fun. Like,
it kind of reminds me of, there was an amazing, I think it was a Tumblr post that I think about all the time, where they were like, how can you like a character like Loki who's killed millions of people and complain about a character who annoys you, like an annoying character who doesn't do anything bad? It's like, well, Loki can be a genocider and in fiction, and that doesn't hurt anyone in real life, but when a character is annoying in a story, they're being annoying to me. Yeah, I am being annoyed by Lars. Like, that's what's happening. Like,
that is so
Lars
true.
is striking a real chord with you, which
it's resonating.
Which I think is good writing.
Oh yeah, it's great writing. I mean, it's because it's so true to form. It's So that is why I hate on him so much. It's just because
And yeah, you're right. Like,
it strikes
I
too
know
real.
him. I've known Lars. Like, I've known these types of guy before.
Yeah, and I just want nothing to do with them.
And
but,
I will say, I will give him the grace of a god and
grace.
say he's a teenager. He needs to grow.
yeah,
out
he
of
has a
this.
lot of learning to do. And I
And
mean,
he does do a decent amount of learning.
by the end of the series, I mean, especially by Steven Universe Future, he's
and getting a TV show.
Lars of the Stars.
I think
mean,
this year, actually, we got to catch up.
yeah, he has some very good character growth later on. But yeah, this current version of him just sucks.
All right, so minute 2.
Minute 2. So anyway, they're watching the movie. Steven has a little fun
We
bit.
can't go that fast. We have to go slower.
Okay, so they're in the house.
They're in the house. They're walking up the stairs.
Oh my god, they're kissing.
No, I wanted to highlight the movie. So this is kind of like I like this little interaction because it feels pretty real. Of like they're watching like Demon Bear 2 or something, and Lars is like, that movie's gay. He doesn't say it, but he basically does. He's like, that's a CGI bear. And then like Rinaldo, being the internet nerd,
You didn't see the original?
Yeah, he's like, that was a remake.
I mean, it's giving like Star Wars Episode 1.
Oh, definitely,
vibe of yeah.
It's just also funny too of like this is 11 years ago at this point. Like the whole line where he's like CG blasphemer is like the line, and that is like such a real ass like dude from that time of like, oh yeah. CG, like no, we're talking about the practical effects.
I only need real puppetry.
Yeah. And it's funny just how like that type of guy has just kind of gone away, which is sad because like I remember
practical effects are great.
Yeah, like the new Star Wars Force Awakens when that came out,
and they were using some real.
They use so many like puppets, and
I mean, it really does go a long way. And like,
you can shit on the movie all you want, but like I will lap up that shit. Like, oh my god, that's a big puppet. Yeah. I enjoy that. Like,
I respect practical effects, so like I totally get it. But I think it's just because CGI has become so commonplace.
Yeah, it's just everywhere now.
I mean, in many aspects, you know, there's some blatantly bad CGI, but there's also CGI that you'd have no idea was actually computer generated, and like that's the good kind.
Like
the whole
my
point
dad, he wasn't there the whole time.
Dark. Perfect for the horror episode. No, it's just like good CGI is you don't realize it's CGI, but regardless, they're watching this movie. Steven has a very cute bit where they're like, oh, is he gonna be okay? And they're like, yeah, I can handle this, and then is just hiding behind the couch,
literally. I love with a big smile on his face.
Yeah, just
sitting
looking straight ahead. And
I'm sorry, but there's one line I love because someone's like, I think because this is where Sadie bonds with Fry Boy Rinaldo. She's like, oh my gosh, this is one that has the scene where the guy's whole leg gets eaten. Like,
yeah, he's like, you're eating my whole leg.
Yeah, and it's clearly Ian Jones-Cordy just doing the line read. It's very funny. But yeah, this is the first time where they are like, we have the little connection between.
Ronaldo's got a little bit of game.
Yeah, he kind of does, and it's nice because it's legitimate. Like, this is their interest.
Yeah, like,
connecting at their interest.
I do ship this a little bit.
I kind of ship this a little bit in this episode, just because like. Also, anything but the Sadie Lars ship. Yeah, anything but that. But no, it's a charming little scene.
And they were all actually getting along watching the movie together, too.
Until
spoopy, the lights go out, and then other crazy horror stuff. So, like, this is where it kind of gets to, like, you know.
As a Steven Universe watcher, I'm just like, what the fuck is happening?
What? This is just out of...
Because at first I'm like,
universe.
All right, is like Amethyst pulling a prank? Yeah, like it feels like a gem prank at first.
And then you kind of think too, is everybody but Lars in on it?
It feels like that, yeah.
It feels like they're trying to prank him for a little, but no, it's just played straight for like typical, you know, haunted house.
Yeah, legitimate. And it's funny, so there's a line where he says like it isn't a ghost, it's deeper than that. It's a poltergeist which haunts a person, which isn't true about the episode. And I don't think that's true about poltergeist either.
I'm pretty sure a poltergeist is specifically a home haunting, but
like, I thought it was like because like I'm just thinking of the movie Poltergeist where it's haunting the land because it's classic ancient Indian burial ground. That's where that like joke comes from. They built a house on it, and like the land itself is what's carrying this sort of like spirit. But
well, I'm not positive, but also none of it exists. I'm a hater. Just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, it's not real. A poltergeist is a ghost or another supernatural being supposedly responsible for physical disturbances
Okay, so
okay,
so a
it's-
poltergeist is something that interacts with the environment, basically.
Yeah, it's from a German word. Geist, obviously ghost. Poltern means to create a disturbance. So it just means like a loud ghost.
Okay.
It just means a ghost that makes noises, which I guess.
But also is true to form of Ronaldo just being wrong about supernatural stuff.
Honestly, yeah, that tracks.
But so some crazy stuff starts happening. Also, like
Ein Poltergeist.
bats and the scarecrows animate outside and are like zombies, and then the bats come in.
Yeah, because like I mean, my like full Steven Universe brain's trying to justify, because we see like all of the he has all these like filing cabinets they open up and they shoot out all their contents and they start spinning around the room, and I'm like, okay, this isn't like metal powers, this isn't like telekinesis, like there's like too much happening.
What gem power is this, in hindsight? But I found it funny during the haunting, Ronaldo's like, I'm sorry, I didn't realize this place had this level of haunting or whatever. And Steven's like, it happens. Because for Steven,
this is Tuesday.
This is a Tuesday. And also, I don't think anything here could actually harm Steven. Like,
he seems a little scared, but like the other people.
Yeah, I mean, scared because he's a kid, but like realistically, could any of this stuff do any damage to him?
I don't know.
But the other ones are scared, so they go downstairs.
Okay, I'm a little mad.
Hi, little mad. I'm Tom.
I'm a little mad about the conclusion of this, because I just looked it up, and this isn't really even a gem that we ever see again.
Oh,
which
like
sucks.
What gem this is?
Because I was hoping, because almost all the other gems that we see come back in some way or form.
Yeah. Also, this is a big ass gem too that we see.
Yes,
later.
it's huge.
It's fucking massive.
And it's called white gem, but it's white topaz. It's confirmed to be white topaz.
Okay.
In this episode, at least by the wiki. So, like, things escalate. They try and leave, but they can't because the scarecrows. Sadie gets taken and like away, like it's hell opening up. Basically,
well, first Lars was gonna be like, "Hey, like, Lars is trying to split up everybody from Ronaldo."
Yeah.
And then tries to go for Sadie, and was like, they're like, "It's you and me, Sadie. We're the only smart ones here." And she like backs off, which is nice and some good character for Sadie instead of just capitulating to Lars.
It's like, no, you're fucking weird and bad.
Yeah. But then, she gets sucked up, and Ronald's like, "It should have been you, Lars. It should have been you."
Yeah, so she goes, specifically, I think Ronaldo's like, the basement.
Yeah, so they
go to the basement.
And Steven's just like, "No, its presence is here. I can feel it." And I'm like,
that
Steven, where did
weird.
this come? Like, you don't have this gem sensing ability.
Yeah, I can't think of a time this ever came up before. But so this is really great imagery. Like, the wall is like pulsating, which also is just like so weirdly organic for a gem. Yeah, like, can I say?
It's like a literal heart that it's
and
with Lars's name carved out,
which is really cool. I really like this detail that like the gem was like literally right there, and like right behind the wall where Lars carved this, and a big mouth opens and is calling for Lars.
Yeah. Okay, and so this is where Ronaldo
is like, this is like, Ronaldo should probably be like
he should be in jail for this.
He probably should be like tried for like attempted murder here, because
like, I know
his
no cop
intention
would
was
believe.
to kill Lars.
Yeah, like he picks. Also, first off, the strength on Ronaldo to lift, like, I don't care how much Lars weighs, lifting a whole ass, doing
true.
a deadlift of a whole ass human, and then just flipping him up over his head and then throwing him into the mouth. No, he was gonna kill Lars. Like,
he fully wanted to. Not only did he have the intent to, but he actually carried out the act too.
Yeah,
it just didn't happen. Like,
Steven saved Lars's life in that moment by going in after him, and like, because the mouth clamps down and like the teeth were about to like sever.
The sound of it is, it's like a what's it called, guillotine coming down. Yeah, it's actually really great horror. And Steven is
because it cuts away for a second, so it almost looks like it hit them.
And Steven bubbles too, and it's like cracking the bubble. Like, he can barely even like.
Yeah, it cracks the teeth too, but it cracks the bubble. But yeah, no, I mean, Lars would have died. Like, that was attempted murder for sure.
Also, sorry, I just was thinking, the way you were talking about how he lifts him up. Have you seen that? It's kind of gone viral. There's a Geralt cosplayer who he does like all the, like, the video starts with him doing like a lot of like weird weight exercises where he's using like one arm to like lift like a barbell like vertically rather than horizontally.
Oh.
And then like it cuts to, like, why are you doing that? And it cuts to him at like a con, and there's like a Yennefer cosplayer, and he one-handed like lifts her up and puts her on his back, and it's like, oh. So yeah, I'm just thinking like, damn, do you think Ronaldo's hoping to be a Geralt cosplayer?
Well,
that can
he's
lift
just
his
hoping
babe
that
up?
Lars will be Sadie at that point. I mean, my God.
I mean, we're talking about a weight difference of at least double.
Yeah, Lars is a twig. But anyway, yeah. So okay.
Can you remind me, like, how do we get to the next part? So Steven and Lars are about to go get crushed and die.
So after Steven bubbles, like his bubble expands and destroys the mouth.
Okay, that's right.
And then Sadie is
Pops
behind
out.
the wall, like coughing. But then, yeah, Steven sees the gem. Also, okay, so it's a massive gem. And also, it seems like it's a fully formed gem. Like, it doesn't look
a good point.
broken.
Yeah.
I mean, at least not much, but clearly it is.
I think the idea is that it is corrupted.
Yeah, corrupted. But like...
Really? Okay, now that I'm thinking about it more, could it have been, like, a gem that had, like, made its way from, like, the Crystal Gems hideout? Or, like
climbed upwards almost?
Yeah, because it literally, we were talking, like, it's like vertically, like, directly above.
Yeah, I mean...
their temple.
Could very well be. Kind of weird that the gems wouldn't have pegged that in their hundreds of years,
Yeah.
being... I mean, I guess that's... Who knows when the lighthouse was built, but the lighthouse, I'm sure, was built far after the temple was there.
Yeah, definitely.
And also, like, far, far, far after the Gem War. So how did it get there? Like,
yeah.
Did it couldn't have, like, fallen from the sky or anything. Anyway, so...
Yeah, that's not really worth
Not
throwing up.
yeah,
It's
not
really
that relevant.
really neat question, though, I think. Like,
yeah. But Steven's like, oh, this was all from the gem, which, yeah, powerful ass gem.
So the gem, what happened and then we get the big flashback. So
yeah, the gem recorded
which also,
this
yeah, like
weird hologram.
This is like
kinda.
a lapis only thing, I thought.
We're
like,
getting a lot of like weird plot devices this episode for the sake of
just telling a story, basically.
Yeah.
Like telling a scary story, which I think it succeeds at. Don't get me wrong,
definitely.
I think this is a really good episode, but as like a nerd, I'm gonna nitpick it. So we get a flashback to when, I'm guessing, Lars and Ronaldo were probably in like their late, like probably like early teens, if not like late, like probably like 11, 12-year-old.
Right around
puberty. Yeah. So
they were friends.
They were best friends. This was their secret clubhouse that they found. So I guess this lighthouse has just been abandoned for a long time. They are having fun. They have like little inside jokes. And then Lars, kind of being like a little rebel teen, carves his name on the wall, which we see like the gem has sort of like considers the lighthouse to be its body.
So it attacks
by flipping a board on the wall. Yeah.
And so Ronaldo just happens to get the perfect shot. That's very embarrassing looking for Lars. And this showcases early on that Lars is very socially self-conscious and doesn't want to be perceived negatively and is a little bit embarrassed by Ronaldo because first, he rips up the picture and then they get into an argument. Ronaldo's being very unreasonable here.
Yeah, like, I mean, to Lars' credit, he also just got hit in the face with a piece of wood.
Yeah.
Like not only, like, that's going to hurt, like, physically and like, emotionally.
Yeah, Ronaldo's not being very sensitive
Socially.
or a good, socially understanding or a good friend.
Once again, he's probably also, like, 12 here.
Yeah, so this one totally makes sense. Like, kids probably would not talk about their feelings, and I doubt Lars would go like, hey, this was actually really embarrassing looking for me, and like I'd appreciate if you didn't, post this online or whatever. They're kids, but they get into an argument.
I like the way he rips it up too. There's something like not like vindictive or mean about it. It's like
hiding
anxious,
a secret. Yeah,
anxious and like scared. Like it's just
Of
really
what it would
good
entail.
characterization. Yeah, like he's doing this for himself. And
he's not doing it to hurt Ronaldo. But
yeah. At all, yeah. And
he's doing it for himself.
But then it kind of becomes this like fight where he's like, Ronaldo has this huge reaction that's not necessary, and then he sort of like the final thing is like oh, you would care if
you knew
about
what
things
everybody
if
was
you knew what
saying.
people said about you. Yeah.
Yeah. So the classic friend embarrassed by the other friend who doesn't really care about social grace or social
Which
standing.
I find to be extremely relatable. I feel like I had like friends in middle school who were like the weirdos, and I was definitely part of them, but I also like kind of being between those two worlds.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I've had friends that I have I felt embarrassed to socialize with growing up, and then looking back are like, oh, that was really like not cool of me or to care about that. But at the time, you're like,
because it's like I can either extend an olive branch here, or I can, which would lead to like, sorry, I'm explaining this bad. It's kind of the idea of like I could be nice to this guy and lose all my friends. Like,
yeah,
you don't
exactly.
want to you don't want to jeopardize your own position because the like reaction is total isolation.
Yeah,
and that's what you're trying to avoid.
And it's it's so much easier to look at that as an adult and be like, oh well, the right thing to do is just to like who cares what the other people think. But like it's when you're a confident adult who doesn't have to worry about like the day-to-day social drama of like middle school, you know.
But that's like your whole damn world.
Yeah,
and
that's your life, that's your job, that's your future, like that's what you're thinking about as a kid. So it's I do get Lars's position in this.
Yeah, I think it works really well as like a sort of, it's also a little surprising that he even would have been friends with Rinaldo. It shows like
deep down that he's actually this kind of,
he's goofy. He's kind of
a more fun person that's just trying to just present himself in an untrue way to make himself be more popular. And ultimately that's why he's not popular too, is because he's so fake. I think the best thing is just to be your natural self. And
that's why he and Steven are just great foils, because like,
yeah, Steven is just authentic and just 100% himself, and people love him for that. Like he's friends with everybody.
Even the cool kids like Steven.
Yeah, whereas Lars is so desperate for other people's approval, but doesn't act true to himself, only does what he thinks other people will find cool.
Yeah. To his detriment, and also to his death, I guess, because he would have died here.
Well, that happens.
And he
later.
does die later. But this is kind of a weird little ending. I do like when Ronaldo's like trying to get the gem from Steven. He's like, can I see that? He's like, no.
Yeah, good on Steven to be like, I don't want you touching
Yeah, this is just bad.
You can't have this.
I like this though, sort of as like it is basically like a poltergeist. They do everything but the TV.
Yeah,
which is kind of funny that they don't do a TV thing.
I mean, they have it shut off, but yeah, no TV attack or anything.
And they don't do the whole like static little girl talking. I need to watch Poltergeist again. It's been too long. It's
great.
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, God, yeah.
I think it's Spielberg. I think Spielberg did it. I might be wrong.
I think so.
I'll look it up.
Regardless, great movie. So recommend anybody who hasn't seen it to go see it. But
Poltergeist.
Otherwise, yeah, I mean, nice little episode. Weird placement of this episode. But I guess they just kind of wanted to pivot into a little bit more of the social side of Steven as opposed to the gem stuff.
Sorry, Steven Spielberg did the story, but it was directed by Tobe Hooper.
Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Hooper. Yeah, that's about all I had to say for this episode, though. Jimmy, any good outro ending thoughts?
No, I mean, I was just a fun episode. I just enjoyed it.
Yeah, fun little self-contained story.
I really like that. It's just one of those things, like, I can't imagine seeing an episode like this outside of season 1.
Yeah.
Like, they just have so much
going on in the future that they...
Yeah, but they just have so much fun just, like, really playing with the characters. Like, you can tell that they, like, really like Rinaldo early on.
Oh, yeah.
I think he just really works as, like, an avatar for the...
A couple of the writers or storyboarders.
Yeah, and even the fans, too. I'm sure a lot of fans were like, hey, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm that fat weirdo that hangs out with 12-year-olds.
Sadie! I found your glasses!
I love the idea of Sadie, like, coming to her senses, like, the next day, like, yeah, I was hanging out with Ronaldo last night. The guy that smells like Dorito dust. Doesn't clean himself. And
God, he reeks of fry oil.
Yeah, he probably plays Magic: The Gathering too.
What a loser.
Do they have? They must have like some kind of
stand
joke.
in for Magic.
Yeah,
I'm sure at some point.
It's
if
called
not
Warlock fight.
Warlock dueling cards.
I guess Adventure Time had an episode about they did the. What is there a name for the card game? Do you know the whole? You haven't seen Adventure Time, have you? Damn, there's a really economic episode of Adventure Time where they play a card game, and it just gets like it's just a wacky like Magic the Gathering kind of joke. But there's instead of tapping, like Jake has a pig card, and or one of them has a pig card, and they tap it and they say floop. It's like I floop the pig. You probably heard Floop the Pig before.
I have heard Floop the Pig. Okay.
But I think they made Card Wars. It might be called. I think they made it into like a real card game, which is very funny.
Huh. Well, I will have to never play that because I don't care because I'm too into Magic the Gathering.
You should just watch that. We should watch that episode sometime. It's pretty funny.
I would watch that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Adventure Time is a good cartoon. I love it. I wish I was doing that podcast too.
Well, maybe in the future, and I could watch it blind, and we could talk about each episode.
That would actually be fucking crazy.
That would be pretty wild.
Wow. One day we'll get there.
One day after Steven Universe.
Yeah. And then Lars and Stars.
Well,
I'm hopeful. It's good.
We'll see how it goes.
I'm not too incredibly hopeful, but all right.
Bye, you beautiful bazingas.
If you are Lars, then you can go hard.
Beautiful, Jimmy. You've been nailing these outros. Bye.